please introduce yourself and your address, please.
My name is Laura Wheeler-Shaw, lifetime resident of Bayville. I live at 407 Bay Boulevard in beautiful Holly Park. I'm here to discuss ordinance number 2016-080A, which is to double the compensation for board members on the MUA and the Sewage Authority. I would like to express my extreme disappointment in this resolution, and I would like someone on the governing body to explain to me or possibly justify doubling the $2,500 a year that's currently allotted for these board members. It is my understanding that no other board members in town receive any kind of compensation, and in addition, these members are also receiving medical benefits at significant expense to the ratepayers, which include myself. I'm a ratepayer of the Sewage Authority and the MUA. So if someone on this governing body could explain to me, justify $5,000 a year for board members who attend one meeting a month, I would love to hear it. Thank you.
I'll speak for the council, Ms. Shaw. What happens is this council is actually not voting to give them $5,000 each. What happens is the law, the New Jersey statutes require us to set up essentially the framework for these utilities authorities. So all they're doing is authorizing them to go up to $5,000. The individual boards, depending on their own ability to pay those amounts, they get to determine how much they're going to receive, the compensation that they're going to receive. My understanding is there has not been a change in over 20 years, something to that effect. So this council is just authorizing them to go up to a certain amount.
Okay, so they can vote themselves a raise. They can vote to double their pay.
It's up to them.
It's conceivable that could happen.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm sorry, I just want to speak to you had talked about health benefits. And I don't believe there's many people that are still receiving health benefits. It's only those that were still on the board prior to the change in the law. So any new members do not receive any health benefits. It's those that were there prior to 2010, I believe, who were there during 2010. They will keep, if they choose to, they will keep their health benefits. But it's not every member on the board that receives them.
At some point, will that sunset out as these members no longer serve on the boards?
Yes. If there's a new person to come on, if that person changes it, well, technically there's really no changing a position. For instance, the mayor lost his health benefits, not to single you out, but he had the right to take health benefits when he was a council member. Once he became a mayor, it's a change in position, therefore he wouldn't have been able to take benefits for being an employee of the township. There's really not that ability for those boards because of their makeup, but in a general sense, yes, something like that could.
And if I could just add in, I'm sorry, I don't believe either the MUA or the BTSA right now has any board members that do
Okay, so
health
somebody may have
insurance.
just left.
Okay, so the health insurance issue aside, is there any justification for paying someone $5,000 a year to attend one meeting a month?
Two things. One, for protocol, I just want to make sure the council president, so there is a public hearing on this ordinance tonight. If you want to address some comment on it now, I'm happy to, or we can wait till the public hearing on the ordinance. Your protocol, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's still, all I was going to, sorry, it can be discussed now, and then of course somebody wanted to talk about it later too. Ms. Shaw's asking now.
Sure.
I wanted just to remark to the comments by the speaker.
John Cameron, I'm a relatively new administrator here, as you know. I used to work in Seaside Heights.
Yes.
So I can tell you my familiarity with it is that, like most boards, my understanding and what I've seen myself proof of with these two boards, they do more, while there may only be monthly meetings they go to. Any of the ones that I've talked to are much more involved, much more knowledgeable, seem to, it's new for me too, put in a lot more time than just one meeting a month. And I can tell you that looking at Berkeley finances, as I did when I came in, those boards have controlled rather, especially the BTSA, rather large businesses in a very efficient way. It's been a really long time since I've seen any sign of any rate increase for anybody. They carry surpluses, and in addition to running their business in a way that they keep the rate stable and carry surpluses, they've given the township considerable amounts of money through the years, which has helped all our tax rates, as everyone's tax rate as well. So just, I could talk about it more, but as a short answer, I just wanted to answer that question of why anybody would think that the salary for a board member could be as high as $5,000. I can tell you I've seen things that prove that they certainly earn that.
Well, following that reasoning, why wouldn't Board of Education members also receive salary?
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is statutorily controlled, and what boards even can get a salary and what those ranges can be and how they're set by a governing body or not. As far as I'm aware too, school boards are in an unpaid position in these type of school boards.
But ultimately, it's up to this governing body to cap that salary, is that correct?
Correct,
Okay.
and this
So-
one does bring it up to a
Okay.
maximum of $5,000.
That's why I'm here today. I'm requesting that you do the right thing by the ratepayers of Berkeley Township. It looks bad. The optics of the whole situation looks bad when no other board members in town are getting paid for their services. Many people donate countless hours to our town, and they get no compensation. For this small group of people to receive this compensation, to me, is excessive, it's extreme, it's unearned. And also had one more question, okay? We are still under the Faulkner Act system of government in this town, is that correct? So if I wanted to pass around a petition saying no board members in any function, in any capacity in Berkeley Township could receive salary or benefits, and I got 10% of the registered voters in Berkeley Township to sign that petition, that could be put up as an ordinance in Berkeley Township for the council to vote on.
Yes, there is the referendum provision under the Faulkner Act.
Okay.
Again, I don't know what you're looking to do or anything like that, but obviously if it were not a legal thing to do as far as what you were proposing, yes, it could be presented, but ultimately it would be shot down. But there is that referendum.
Something to, well, if it got shot down, then it would have to be put up to vote by the residents of Berkeley Township, which I'm pretty confident would be overwhelmingly in favor of capping these exorbitant part-time salaries. The reason I brought up the Faulkner Act is because I'm hoping that the council will do the right thing when they're voting on this particular resolution. And thank you all very much for your time, and I do appreciate your time and your service to the community. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you for your comments. Next up. Ordinance 16-08-OA, an ordinance of the Township of Berkeley, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending the Township Code of the Township of Berkeley, amending Chapter 2 entitled Administration. Open to the public. May I have a motion to close? Second? Roll call?
Councilman Burns.
Yes.
Councilwoman Gingrich.
Yes.
Councilman Gross.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noonan.
Yes.
Councilman Guadagno.
Yes.
Councilman Buccio.
Yes.
Council President Vecchione.
Yes. Ordinance 16